And some of you all, I thank you for your support. We launched a GoFundMe campaign about 2 years ago, where I had the vision to take students from Houston and have a sacred site quest in France. And it was an unbelievable experience. And so the labyrinth is located in a private space. It's adjacent to the Basilica des Fauviers, which is at the highest point of the city. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site on the grounds of university campus, and we send pictures to the kids, and they're in love because people they know and people that they're meeting are able to embrace and celebrate the power of their work. So again, imagine being 16 years old and being able to leave a legacy in a foreign country that's being celebrated by people from all over the world. These are the kids celebrating their time together. Could you imagine being a teenager standing on a wall overlooking the city of Lyon, busting a yoga pose? That's what we do. Yes. So we're working together. Here are the kids digging their trench, preparing their labyrinths. And you know, one thing about our labyrinths, I have to say, our labyrinths have a lot of character, right? I know there's some very prolific labyrinth builders in the room, and I honor and respect their technique. Because oftentimes I kind of like, when I look at our work, I was like, ooh, those stones are a little rocky for our work. But I think it gives character. But most importantly, it's an opportunity for our kids to do something. So this is the labyrinth. This is what they left in France, and we get a call from them. And so when we get back from France, in the height of the excitement, one of the young ladies, Francesca Ferris, who's, like I say, one of our veteran questers, she is so excited, she writes her own proposal. She gets some grant funding to create a labyrinth at another community arts center called Mecca over in our 6th Ward. And this was her labyrinth that won her a Girl Scout Gold Award. And, you know, how do you not love this work? You know, these are teenagers, right? Recognizing the significance and the importance of bringing these sacred spaces to these inner city urban neighborhoods. And so the day of the dedication, all the kids are there, the mariachi band was there, the students who made the mosaic stepping stones, and there Francesca is describing the journey. They built the entire summer program curriculum after her idea, and now she is building labyrinths around the country. And so we're honored to have these young people in our city creating these new spaces, creating these new labyrinths so that our communities can enjoy them. And they ask, would you guys be interested in going to Ecuador? And I called Jay up, and I was like, Jay, guess what? They want us to go to Ecuador. Boom, stars align. And so that puts us on a fast track, and we start all over again. We have a very intense 9-month curriculum where we expose the students to science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math, all to design their labyrinth. And then we started getting calls now. People were like, hey, there's some labyrinth builders in Houston. And we actually started making some money off some of this stuff. And that created an opportunity for us to build a labyrinth at Sharpstown International High School. So here the students are kind of plotting and planning, using their math ideas to create, I'd say, probably one of the most unique labyrinths I've ever seen, right? And they came up with this. These students came up with these ideas. And this is really beautiful because it's actually a processional labyrinth. Like the day that we dedicated the piece, we have the students entering one side, and Jay and I are in the center to offer them their certificates of completion, and they're able to exit out the backside. Now, I should have a before picture because prior to this labyrinth, this was just a very underutilized and neglected space. And now it's become a focal point for this campus and an opportunity for these kids to be able to reflect and meditate and just escape all of the challenges that they confront going through their lives as teenagers. This is what we're doing. So when you hear about the Sacred Site Quest and when you see the GoFundMe links, this is real. We're not just laying rocks and laying stones in neighborhood lots. We're changing lives. And I think in the wake of what's happened in our country over the last few days, it's made it even more important for us to do this work with our youth, because they truly are the future of not only our communities, but our country, and ultimately the world. But nonetheless, I challenge you all to go back into your communities and identify opportunities. You don't have to take kids around the world. And if you want to, we have opportunities for that. But within every community, in every city, in every town, across the country and around the world, there are young people just like these kids that we've had a chance to work with that deserve our attention. They deserve an opportunity to unplug from this technology and tap into the power of the path. They deserve an opportunity to learn about what we are all here for, and that is what the Labyrinth does for us spiritually, personally, and professionally.